Can we do one thing today? Let's appreciate the beard today. Look at this bad boy. Look at that, straightened out, looking fierce today. You know it's a good day when your beard looks this good. It's my good luck charm. Let's go show some places. Okay, it is about 15 degrees. I just got to Brooklyn. I'm showing one of my exclusives in Gowanus. I'm on 5th Avenue. My building's on 3rd, so I got about 2 blocks to walk, and from here to there, we'll meet a couple of my neighborhood friends. What's great is my showing's not till 11 a.m. and it's currently 10 a.m. Rule of thumb, if you're a real estate agent, driving into Brooklyn or Manhattan is come early, find parking. That's probably the largest burden you have. I'm new to this stuff, so bear with me if my slang doesn't work in your favor. And we're gonna have some fun today. So wish me luck. All right, so on my way there, I'm on 4th Avenue. And 4th Avenue to most people is basically the border between Park Slope and Gowanus. Like I said, it's cold out today. What you're gonna see in the distance is the old bell tower in Brooklyn. What used to be one of the tallest, no longer. So that guy right there is a man. I've actually sold him at home in Staten Island. Owns his shop out here for decades. All right, now we're basically in front of the building. And as you can see, and I'm gonna show you, it's pretty industrial around here. But the desire to be so close to the trade and entertainment is such an ideal spot to buy an investment property. You'll see that shortly. So some things you do is first get here early, find parking, or the other way around. Then make sure all the lights are on because you want people to really see what they're buying. No secret there. If you're showing a car or you're selling anything for that matter, lighting is important. But with this type of investment, you can't really hide the truth. It's an old building. It needs a lot of renovations. But what you're really looking at is potential, location, and the Brooklyn factor is huge. Believe it or not, Brooklyn factor is extremely huge. So hopefully this showing today, I got about 2 people coming. We hope one of them buys. All right, so let me tell you what we have here. So what we have here is 2 buildings on 1 lot. And the front building that faces 9th Street has 2 units, 2 rental units to be exact. And the building in the back, I like to call the carriage house, is its own building, own unit, and has its own privacy, which is actually ideal. So we're about to take a little tour right now. So watch the montage of this building. One other thing, we're gonna do a fit check. So we're gonna check out what I wear on a cold day in Brooklyn. We're gonna start with this little gray beanie that kind of matches the coat. We're gonna appreciate this coat here, brand spanking new. I like the color pink, and I'm wearing light color jeans, and I got my snow boots. It's expected to snow today. Sure as hell is cold, but I dress comfortable for these types of showings because we might get dirty. And also, because of what's going on in the world, I got my little mask or face mask. It also keeps the beard straight. As you can see, look at that. Keeps the beard straight. That's important when you got a beard. You got to maintain it. See that? Look at that lineup. Fantastic. You're going to see me appreciate my beard a lot. Brings me good luck. Coming in, you got an exit to the outdoor space in the back that leads to also the second building. Of course, you got the stone stairway, which leads all the way up to the second and third floor. Okay, so fun fact. The family that currently owns this building has owned the land, the 25 by 100 square foot lot, since 1850. The building I'm standing in, or sitting in rather, right now, and the second building, which is outside, like I said, I call it the carriage house, have been around since 1890. Now, speaking with the owners, we don't know which building was put up first. The building I'm in now, which is 3 stories, or the carriage house, which is only 1 story with a cellar underneath. It's unique because when you walk around here, you're going to see a lot of things outdated. You're going to see room for renovations, but being that it's in Brooklyn and it's in a really desirable spot, the demand is high. And keep in mind, on this block alone, between 3rd and 2nd Avenue, not a lot of homes trade ownership. So when they are on the market, people are willing to spend a little bit more just to put their footprint in here. So enjoy the rest of the video. Like I said, the family has owned this land since 1850, and the building itself has been up since 1890s. So this building has seen a lot of gentrification through the decades, and hence the work needed here. This family has held on to this building. It's only traded ownership as far as siblings twice, which is kind of cool. So this is 1 bedroom. This is primarily the main bedroom right here, which has its own closet, little ensuite. There I am. If you're a realtor, you know not to put yourself in mirrors, but this is more for YouTube, and I gotta be famous eventually. Here's what was a 2nd bedroom. So what's great is this is how people lived in the late 1800s, 1900s. And that phone is original, and that clock is a relic. That furniture is classic. So that's kind of some of the good things. I mean, when you look at decor, some of these things are incredibly old, except for that. That's not that old. Also on the 2nd floor, if you're wondering what this door is, it leads to the, once I can unlock the door, it leads to the 2nd floor, which then leads to the studio apartment. But we will not bother that tenant until later on, because that unit is still occupied. Oh, wow. Still works. This right here, this is my favorite. Check this out. How cool is that? I don't know if you can see that. It says property of the American Bell Electric Company. Patent, blah, 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 blah. How cool is that? Original phone. Look at this marble fireplace. Sadly, it's cracked, but that's over 100 and somewhat years old. So not much to be surprised about there. Now, what's unique about this photo here is that is the owner's baby picture sitting outside the stoop of the carriage house outside in the early 1900s. She was born in roughly 1920s. So that puts in perspective, this photo is literally 100 years old. How cool is that? in this lovely hallway. You see a lot of relics. You see a lot of the bloodline of the building. Luckily, for as old as it is, it's fairly new. The great part is if you like antiques, this building has a lot of them. But here's the ooh-ah effect. When you open this metal door, you get thrown into like a time capsule. This beautiful carriage house almost fell, but check that out. The current tenants really take care of this space. And as you can see, the neighbors do the same. What's cool is you got your own little private side hallway, which I think is so cool, so Brooklyn. It's also, this building becomes like a sound barrier, but when you get out of here, it's kind of cool. So let's head back, because our first client is about, I got my focus on, it's about to show up. But again, how cool is this? House, neighbors, cool statue. All right, so we're going to give you a little history of this building. Of course, I spoke to you about the history of the actual property ownership and so forth, but how this all came about, putting this house on sale, was right across the street, my brokerage, my current brokerage, had an office, had their first office, outside of having about 4 other ones throughout the boroughs. And this landlord called me one time, my first year here at this office, and asked me to help her rent her apartment, which I did. I came, saw the place, did what I was supposed to do, and within like 2 weeks got it rented. And of course, one thing about life and business in general is networking, staying connected, following up. And her and I had a really great relationship. So for the next, I would say, 5 years, I must have had rented the studio apartment twice in 5 years. Doesn't sound like a lot, doesn't sound very impressive. But what's good is because of that owner, I got to know a lot of the people in the neighborhood who knew them for almost over 60 years. So that's kind of cool. That's why it's important to network and stay connected. But ultimately, the decision with the family was, as time went on, they get older. Father time waits for no one. Enter cliche details. But they had to sell, you know. Current ownership is now a couple states over and can't make it back and forth and be the proper landlords they want to be. So they had to make a decision after owning this property for over 140 years almost to let it go. So now, as I'm telling you this story, I'm actually waiting for a potential buyer that should be here around 11 o'clock. Fingers crossed. Normally I wouldn't ask for good luck or luck, but it's a love-hate part of the job where you love the people that own this building, but you'd hate to see them let go of the property. The one time as a real estate agent, you don't want someone to sell, but you can't help the fact that it's in their best interest. And when we got to this conversation, they actually called me. I never will pursue someone to sell unless that's coming out of their mouth. I'm not that type of person. I prefer to rent. You know, being a landlord is my goal. And they couldn't, at their ages, be the best landlords they can be. And they were aware of that. So, like I said, wish me luck. I think good things will happen from today. And hopefully the tenants don't hate me so much. It's not easy when you have tenants occupying units and then you got to say, surprise, we're going to sell the building. It sucks. And as a renter, it sucks. And I've been in that situation. Hopefully the 10 or 12 people that watch this video probably know someone that's been in a situation. So it's the rocky part of the road, but ultimately every journey has an ending. This one will have a happy ending for everybody. And how awesome is this photo? I almost want to take it with me, but I can't. But like I said, I'm here early, almost 45 minutes early. Client should be in about 20 minutes because I know they're going to be on time. They seem like that type of person. And this is my new mask. It's copper fit. Shout outs to Copper Fit for a mask that holds down my beard. I don't get paid yet. So all those followers, like and subscribe. This is your time to hit the buttons that I'm going to put on the screen wherever they're going to be. Like and subscribe, follow, leave cool, positive comments, nothing negative. Real estate is not as glorified as those TV shows have it, but the potential is there, 100%. And it's a good beard. It's a good beard. Look at this. Good beard. See you soon. Okay, so I need my beanie on before I freeze. Showings went well. Of course they are. I'm awesome. Got an offer. I think it's gonna work. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how real estate is in New York. It's crazy. My face looks mad fat because my beard's tucked in, but yo, wishing me luck. We're about to do this. All right. So that went well. See that building? My boy Nigel lives in there. That's how cool Brooklyn is. Food for thought. When doing real estate, you definitely want to stay connected to the neighborhood. So, I'm gonna show you my old gym. I go there about once a month, and I generated probably $2 million in sales and about $50,000 or $60,000 in rentals just because I network. Let's take a look at my gym. So for the $35 a month I spend, I paid my years off in there with 1 or 2 sales, easy. And that's why it's important to stay connected, because you just never know who's gonna want your help. And you already have the icebreaker out the way. When all else fails, you gotta pay for parking. Look at those times, bro. You're killing me, Smalls. Whew. 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 Take this bad boy off. Give me that. Give me that, America. Look at that bed. We're gonna end this up with this bed. Look at this. Look how beautiful it stayed. Look at the humidity, a little press. So it's 12 o'clock. Got it done. Look at that. 12 o'clock on the dot. Saved me about a $70 ticket. Welcome to Brooklyn.